Welcome back to the stage. It's been a few minutes since the last one where we ended. Um, it is quite late, and if I were a smart person, I would be going to bed right now. But I'm not gonna be able to sleep without knowing if I did all of this to my friends or if I'm just misreading that. Uh, because that's a twist I did not see coming. Of the many different twists that I thought might be coming, this wow. I wouldn't have thought how hard it would be to pretend all the time. Oh my god. Every time you wrote, I had to put on a mask and hope Wolf wouldn't notice. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. What? Is this a joke? Am I dreaming? You wore it well. Nobody doubts you. Not Wolf, not Sophie, not Alex or Robin. They all went to this festival and follow you blindly.
So, now I really have to go. There's already a honking concert outside. We'll talk later.
Oh my god. This is like the one twist I did not see coming and could not have. It changes everything. I mean, it changes everything. If I'm not this devastated about Alex, it changes everything with that relationship. My feelings about my friends. I'm beside myself. This is a twist I was like, I've thought maybe this was coming in other games, but like, maybe it's not even this twist. Like, this, there was a part in the sign where I was like, was this me all along? What? That I stayed at home because of Alex was perfect lie. So beautiful, so believable. What? And Robin, you even got his hopes up. If he knew what he was actually hoping for. What a cruel gift hope can be, right? And nobody questioned you. Not even for a second, they think you're the voice of reason. For the voice that saves them, that guides them, but in truth, you're the storm. They don't even begin to understand what we create, what we will retrieve. The axe killer was never dead, he was only asleep. And now the moment has come, everything begins to fall into place. But to really close the circle, the first sacrifice must be made, our heart must stop beating. No. No. Oh, Indigo, what happened to you? This is dark Indigo. This is anti Indigo. This is not me. No. 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 I know Indy is sad. It's sad. We don't want to be bad guys. You've been working for this moment for so long. Let me awaken Axe Shot now. Decision is up to you. Two lights, only one may remain lit. No. 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 I can't play this game anymore. I can't do this. No. Please don't make me do this. Decision's up to you. Two lights, only one may remain lit. The past that made you weak. Alex, the past that made you weak. Or Robin, the fire that could reignite you. Only one may live. No. Say the name, cut the tape. Can I choose not to? And the ex-killer will rise again. Can I choose? No, I don't want to. No. No. Was this a dream? This was a dream, right? This was a dream? Was this a fucking dream? Was this a dream? Ron, I don't have time for your bullshit. Hey, saw that you just came online. But but the conversation's there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I need a minute. I need an actual minute. I'm way too invested in these characters. It would be a cool twist, but also awful to go through the rest of the game knowing I'm working against the team I'm trying to work for. My heart. Okay, I'm okay. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And yeah, Ron wants to talk to me for some reason, like because we're best friends or something. Damn, Ron, I just had the worst nightmare of my life. My heart is racing like crazy. I was part of the game, side by side with fear. Everything felt so real, so damn real. The game? Hey, take it easy. Take a breath, okay? Your brain's just processing all the madness. We're all running on reserve, Indigo. Ask me. I took over from Jimmy at some point with the night watch. We chatted a bit in front of the tent. And then in the middle of the sentence, his head just tipped over. Did you see or hear anything strange? What do you mean his head just tipped over? Is he alive? And did he just did the axe killer get him? Respect for replacing him. You really deserve a place of honor. Does that mean the guy from security didn't show up? Yeah, that one. Yes, but only very briefly. He was there totally unobtrusively all of a sudden, listened to everything, didn't say a word, and then just said he was keeping an eye on the area. Was some guy with tired eyes and a thermo mug in his hand. That's like literally, in my version, they were cops. They weren't security guards, but there were two cops that were basically that exactly that were watching over the tents. After that, there's nothing. No sneaking around, no strange noise, just silence. Somehow this made me almost more nervous than everything before. The others are still sleeping. Only Sophie is already awake. Standing here next to me on the phone with the police. Sounds like they're on their way. Sophie, I thought Alex was in contact with the police. Let's hope the police are capable of more than just keeping an eye on the area. Maybe it's time to slowly drum the others awake. I thought Alex was in contact with the police. I don't know, honestly. Maybe Sophie just didn't feel like waiting anymore. I just hope the police take this seriously. And when they catch this wanker, then lock him away directly, lifelong, without, WLAN, without a thermo mug, without everything. Well, and then hopefully that's it, without fear, but at least with a bit of clarity. Sorry if this is inappropriate, but I realized something in all this crap. I think I can really copy Sophie. I can feel that Wolf still has feelings for her. I hate to interfere, but honestly, you might be giving up too soon. I really don't want to hurt you, but yes, I'm pretty sure there are still feelings involved. Wolf may still be attached to her, but in the end, it's Sophie who decides, not Wolf. That's true. Show her that you're not just the guy with the sayings, but someone who fights for her. I like Wolf, no question, but ultimately it's Sophie who has to find out what she feels and who her heart belongs to. But that's all I really want to say, Ron. Yeah, I like Wolf, no question, but it's her. You know what? You're right. Maybe she still loves him, maybe she doesn't. But I'm not just gonna stand by and pretend I don't care. I don't care, Ron. I don't care. I'm not the person for you to confide in about this. I've got my own stuff going on. I've sucked it up long enough, but I feel for her, really. And if I end up getting a rebuff, so be it. But at least I want to be able to say that I tried. And even then, I'm still glad I got to know you all. No shit. It's been a great experience, and maybe I can really be part of it in the future. Maybe I can be a part of it in the future, because apparently I just want to kill all my friends. When you meet up again for a movie night or something, I'll bring chips and leave the stupid sayings at home, I promise. Well, I might take one with me for emergencies. I don't know, Ron. Somehow you just don't quite fit in with us, even though you've improved. Everyone fits in with us. We're the Scoobies. We are an open door, like love. Love is an open door with you. And let's see how many Frozen references we can fit in. Honestly, I'd like you to be there. Possible. We'll have to see how the others see it, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. That's enough for me. I would have thought it impossible a few hours ago that you wouldn't be against it. But as I said, I'm not here to impose myself. Yep. Actually, a few hours ago, you were saying that you were literally here to impose yourself. So, if it fits, then it fits. If not, it was still a cool time with you. Oh, and you know what? Jimmy even apologized to me tonight. He really did. No kidding. Yeah, he's a cool dude. That's why he's my best friend. He's not just some asshole guy. He's my best friend in the whole world. For what he sometimes said about me. He said I didn't deserve to be put down all the time. And then he just gave me a hug. That's my boy. That's my Jimmy. Well, Ron, and I thought my love life was complicated. Wow, if he even swallows his pride, then that's really something. Are you sure it was Jimmy and not just an emotional raccoon in a hoodie? Are you sure it's not just an emotional raccoon in a hoodie? Hey, you're laughing, but now that you mention it, it wasn't Jimmy. Maybe it really was a magical raccoon that secretly gives hugs and then disappears into the bushes again. But if it was Jimmy, please let me know in the group chat. Ron and Jimmy had a real human moment, without insults, without burger jokes, just warmth. No, seriously, I must have misjudged Jimmy. The guy really has a good core. He's my best friend. There's probably more to his slogans and fast food talk than mayo and irony. I think it's really okay, maybe even a bit cool. But don't tell him that when he wakes up. Speaking of waking up. Good God, Ron. You are taking over the whole game and it's really annoying. Speaking of waking up, I'll just post a message in the group before I nod off here. Maybe a few are already awake. Okay, bye. I just don't know why you're the most important person in the game these days. I just feel like I've just talked to you all the time. And I never talk to Jimmy alone. Robin and I didn't get a wink of sleep. 0. But let's be honest. How are you feeling after everything? I should probably ask you that question, Alex. Honestly, I feel like I've been through the wolf. Like the Red Riding Hood wolf. Totally tired and full of questions. Honestly, I'll just be happy if you get out of there alive. I'll just be happy if you get out of there alive. You know, I tried to distract myself somehow tonight. I kept fleeing home in my mind. But not in the old, but in what comes after it. Imagine everything is over. No fear. No madness. Just the two of us. A new beginning. I don't want a new beginning. I want my boyfriend who left. I want to be with him. If I wanted a new beginning, I'd be with Robin. Or Luca. For you, for me, for both of us. Future instead of nightmare, I'm so in. You have no idea how good it feels to read this right now. I don't know. I need to stop telling him that we'll talk about it later. I love you, but that means more to me right now than I can say. But when this is all over, I want you to know I want this conversation. Okay, you keep saying that. A moment without fear, without chaos, just you and me. I know. You've said that so many times. Strange feeling somehow. I'm lying here next to Robin. I can hear him breathing. He could get every message, and still I would like to write things to you now. You already know. Things that might be better thought than typed in this situation. Or you can type them anyway and accept that it gets dangerously hot for a moment. Then maybe we really should leave it alone for Robin's sake, even if it's damn hard. Keep the thoughts and just tell me when we're alone again, just you and me. I mean, you know I'm gonna pick the dangerous one. Dangerously hot. You have no idea how much I want that right now. The fact that we're crossing this line right now, I've already done it once. Imagine you're with me now. Robin is fast asleep. Everything around us is quiet. And I have to be quiet. When I slowly unbutton your pants, wow, he's getting right to it, huh? So that Robin doesn't hear anything. Why am I wearing buttoned up pants? Only you feel what I do, and every breath you take reveals that you are forgetting everything else right now. Yeah. Tim? Stop. I must interrupt here very briefly. Why? Yes? Kirsten, don't come to me with a spicy chat at this point. Neil's barely survived. Robin is literally lying next to Alex, and you want proximity? It doesn't fit at the back and front. Zero, nada, off. I hate to say it. Actually, I love to say it. But this is proof again. The players want it. Not only horror, but also that certain tingle. I call the genre from now on Nister thrill. Nister thrill? Stop. No. This was definitely a misunderstanding. Nobody thinks about making out in such an explosive situation. Nobody. Literally, that's what everyone does. And literally, that is what people do. The only thing missing is the sudden appearance of flirtatious mannequins. Barbies? Indigo has either A, slipped away, B, was confused, or C, accidentally voted with her nose. Sorry, Tim, but I deliberately chose the answer, even with extra heart palpitations. Nope, that was fully intentional. Tim's actually right, I clicked wrong, just let me back into the story. Deliberately chose. The Indigo is just the one exception. An emotional outlier. Happens. But I've had enough. I'll prove to you once and for all that I'm right. Tim, you're really cute when you get excited, but okay, now I'm curious. Sorry, Tim, but I don't think I'm the only one with a heart for sizzling thrills. Tim, a little crackle here and there only makes it more exciting. Why are you putting up such a fight? Why are you putting up such a fight? Why are you making this so weird? Here we go again. As soon as there's a rustle in the bushes, you all go crazy here. And then I'm also portrayed as a spoil sport. Oh, you're definitely a spoil sport. But wait and see. I'll prove to you now that I'm right, and with a crackle-free clarity. I'll get some completely neutral random players into the group now. Let's see what they have to say. I'm afraid, unfortunately, you lose, Tim. The majority want it sizzling. Well, now I'm curious. Okay, if you're really right, then we owe you a big apology and maybe even cake. Okay, I'm curious. I'm really mad at you for cock blocking Alex, though. Oh, me too. I've rarely experienced so much tension. Deal, Tim. Go for it. Gruselheidi, 93. Dog Hunter. I only briefed them very briefly beforehand about what it's all about. Just a little, almost not at all. Yes, exactly. Brief explanation. We are currently conducting an internal player opinion poll. We wanted to hear how you like the flirt factor in the game. Non-committal, relaxed, honest. So knock yourself out. Gruselheidi. Romance has no place in horror. I want blood, not flowers. I agree. Sizzling moments. I want goosebumps, not daisies. Tim? Gruselheidi, 93, looks exactly like your neighbor, Gisela. Didn't you watch Bauer sucht Frau Spitziel with you the other night? Spitziel? With you the other night? Is that trees? Women trees special? What? No, you must be wrong. Besides, I've never watched Bauer sucht Frau Spitzel with anyone. Spitziel? And if I did, then I was forced to. And what about Dark Hunter XL? That's Ronnie from your darts round, isn't it? No, that's not my Ronnie. So maybe he looks like him, and yes, he happens to be wearing the same shirt, but that proves nothing. Guys, this is so stupid. Like, why are there so many tangents? Why are there so many side tangents? And where's my mom? And where's Luca? Like, where are the other people you've introduced? Why is everything about the authors? I think there's been an authors chat in every part of episode 2. Like, I love the authors chat, but man, there's a time, there's a place where it's just too much. I've rarely seen so many coincidences at once. I'm about to send a circular mail to all my friends. Team Karsten needs support. I think it's cute how Tim tries to banish romance. I must send a mail to my friends. Thank you. I'm touched, Indigo. A round mail? I have no idea. Really now? What's next? Team Karsten on posters at bus stops? But, well, let's add 2 more votes for absolute security, shall we? I hope by 2 voices you don't mean Heidi with hat and Heidi without hat. 2 more opinions are never wrong. The only thing missing is Hans, who let himself be bought into Team Tim for Kinderschokolade. For K-I. Oh, for Einderschokolade. Schokolade. So there must Kinder Schokolade. Ki is like the German abbreviation for AI, I think. So, but I don't know what, like, Kinder chocolate is? Like chocolate for children? Baby chocolate? Chocolate for babies? I hope that one. I love Hans, but I don't want to wake him up right now. What? No, of course not. Oh. Again, I don't know this ID. So here we go. Okay. Real fan was added to the group. Is that still Heidi? Oh my god. I love Tim. Okay. Hello everyone. I agree with Tim on all points. Blind without thinking. Then wait a minute. Isn't that the player who calls you Tim-tastic and has founded a fan club? The one who sent you this t-shirt with the words, Tim is my nemesis of hearts? Jesus Christ. Tim, who cares? Puzzle lady. Hello, Tim said I should write something against snogging? Tim, that's enough. I swear, the next time someone comes in with the name not Tim's cousin, I'm going to go crazy. I just don't understand. It's supposed to be my game. I should be allowed to make choices. There you go, Tim. I've delivered. Smooching equals yuck, and now here's the autograph as promised. Tim, remember 7 p.m. darts tournament in the sports hall the day after tomorrow. And please bring your own darts this time. So that's it. If Tim is already throwing random players around like darts, then I'll get reinforcements now. Real ones. Competent, objective. I'll get Aylin to do it. For explanation, Indigo, Aylin started with us as an author and is now a co-writer on the stage. So if anyone has a feel for what sizzles and what doesn't, it's you. It's her. Or that him. Her there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I would rather not have the flirty conversation with Alex if this is what I have to go through. Oh my god. I did not think they could make me hate the author's chats as much. What's going on here? I come in and there's a smell of fan club conspiracy and burnt romance everywhere. Hi, Alan. Nice to meet you. It was probably Tim trying to put out love scenes with the flame thrower Miley 100. Welcome to Author Madness. That one. I stab you here, Alan. We're in the middle of an epic showdown. No, we're in the middle of a cock block. Tim versus Mr. Thrill. Aylin, we need your opinion, but first, start a poll now. Then we'll all see in black and white what it really looks like. Tim, ready for the truth? Wait a minute, what kind of survey? Do you want to start to scale from 1 to 10? How hot can it get thing now? Correctly recognize the unvarnished truth, or as I call it, the moment when your fan club no longer helps. So, question is, how much eroticism is desired in the game, the stage? Everyone votes honestly. No darts club, no neighbor with a Bauer subscription. No secret Tim fan club in the background. Oh, this is going to be exciting. The air is crackling. Tim is shaking and fate is in your hands. Expectations are as high as my pulse. I hope I don't press anything with my nose. Okay, if Tim is about to keel over, I'll take it all back. But first, let's go. I'm so ready. I'm ready. Okay, folks, poll coming up. How much romance should the stage have? None. No more flirting. Fear, blood, done. Hint of chemistry is okay, but keep it subtle. Give me drama, emotions, and a little campfire flirting. Let's get this party started. I want to see the tent shaking. Horror and hormones, baby. I can no longer. The game is slipping away from me. First, tent crackling. Then roses in the forest. And now even the authors vote for horror and hormones. I need vacation. Forest. Silence. If I don't answer tomorrow, then I'll probably be alone in a tent somewhere, without romance, without hope, with mosquito spray. That's so sad. Sorry, Tim, but Gnimster Thrill is just hotter than your resistance. Okay, but if you cry in the tent, please do it quietly so fear doesn't hear you. Suggestion, maybe we'll just meet somewhere between a blanket and a chainsaw? Oh. I thought it was like maybe you and I could meet somewhere. Okay, like somewhere in the middle. Now, hotter than your resistance. Come on, Tim, please don't dramatize it. Do dramatize it. It fits the story perfectly. A man loses the battle against love, now exclusively on the stage. Okay, folks. Before Tim volunteers to be adopted by a mannequin, how about we get along again? All right, I admit it. The community has spoken. I have lost the battle against the sizzle. Awesome. Can we go back to playing the game, or are we going to keep talking about the game? Tim, you get your desired scene. Alone, fog, cold. No flirting, no sizzling, just you in the rain. I just want to come back to the game. This is like, one time I went to IHOP as a kid and I ordered the chocolate chip pancakes. And then I ordered chocolate milk. And I ordered, I don't know, I guess that was it. But halfway through it, I was like, this is too much chocolate. And I'm a kid. I didn't think that was a thing that could happen to a person. That's how I feel about the author's chats right now. They are chocolate. And I have had too much of it. And I'm like, how could I have ever had too much chocolate as a kid? Like, I loved the author's chats, but this is getting exhausting. Like, it's too much. We've spent more. I swear to God, if I totaled up the amount of time I've spent in meta, like fourth wall breaking conversations in episode 2 versus conversations I've actually had with the characters who are doing the things, I'm pretty sure I've spent more time with the authors or with Hans down some rabbit hole. This is crazy. Okay. Alone, abandoned, and the camera zooms in on your wet socks. Oh God, them and their socks. They are obsessed with socks again. What's with this game and socks? But seriously, Tim, you don't have to worry. We'll get the perfect mix. Yep, we find the sweet spot between goosebumps and daisies. Team Karsten, 100%. Without a little spark, it's only half as exciting. Maybe the mix is exactly what makes the stage special. I'm curious to see how you implement this. Sounds promising. Maybe the mix is exactly what makes it special. There you go. Team Otto Ren Chaos is reunited. And let's get on with it. Horror and charm. Helen, you're right. If we discuss it any longer, Indigo will end up missing the connection to the plot. Yup, it's enough that the episodes always take half an eternity. Sorry, Indigo, that this has briefly become an author support group. Thank you. So back to the adventure. We still have a few dark paths ahead of us, and maybe a few hot encounters. And Tim, I'm canceling the planned hot chat with Robin for now. But don't worry, the sequel is already glowing in the drawer. Here we go. It was really nice to meet you, Indigo. See you soon and have fun playing. What do you mean, chat with Robin? I didn't want to chat with Robin. I've already told him I'm not interested. No! Resetting story? Damn it. He met with Alex. God damn it.
And bam! As if nothing happened.
Only you feel what I do, and every breath you take reveals that you're forgetting everything else right now. Oh dear, sorry. Robin has just turned around and asked who I'm writing to. I have to call it a day. Oh man, always when it's at its best. That's what Robin said. But believe me. Yes? This conversation is far from over. Have a wonderful, completely exhausted good morning. Sophie and I are already awake, so officially alive. She's on the phone with the police. If any of you are already back from your coma, say hello, will you? Good morning sounds like a bad joke, Ron. Hi guys, I'm awake too, physically at least. Ron and I have already had a charming little morning chat, because Ron is apparently my new best friend, and we talk all the time. Also, by the way, if I did my job well, there's no reason why you should even know this, but it's a new day now. I just forgot to say goodbye at the end of the last one. I thought I was maybe going to record a second part, but then it was like really late and I was tired. So I didn't conclude it. So I'm recording the second part right now. There's no reason that you need to know this, but I know it. So now you know it too. Okay. So sounds like a bad joke. Hi guys, I'm awake too, physically at least. I guess. Out of the coma. I wish. I've only had my eyes closed for 20 minutes at most, and only half of that. Every sound out there felt like a next nightmare. Same here. I was lying next to Robin, and we both felt like watchdogs. Oh, Wachhunds! Wachhunden. Wachenhunden? Wachhunden? Wachhund. I called Robin our Wachhund. No real sleep, just wait and see. No wonder after all that happened yesterday. I had a really bad dream. Really sick. Don't even want to talk about it. I'm just going to tell you about it, but I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to bring it up so that I can not talk about it. What about Niels? Does anyone know how he is? Sophie? It's on you. No, he still seems to be sleeping. But if Niels had really been serious, Sophie would have shouted us awake. She was with him in the tent the whole time. Jimmy, hi guys, just woke up. I was really completely lost. Luckily, Ron took over the night watch at some point. We chatted briefly, but my battery simply ran out. So mine, and not the one from the cell phone. Wait a minute, you forgot the heartfelt goodnight hug. No wonder, Jimmy, everybody gives out at some point. Who would have thought that Ron would have become the reliable night shift? No wonder, Jimmy, everybody comes out at some point, even you, my love. Yes, luckily Ron was there. Okay, we get it. Ron's not so bad. Blah, blah, blah. Stop trying to hammer that point home. If he hadn't taken over, I probably would have fallen asleep sitting down. Why are we all being so nice to each other? I liked it better when we were teasing and being kind of mean. A little. I even apologized to him this morning because sometimes I was a real ass to him. We know the sayings were not meant in a bad way, but just really off the mark. So were his. And you have to hand it to Ron. He pulled the vigil while I lay half dead in my sleeping bag. Respect, Ron. Jesus Christ. Work that out on your own, you two. God, Jimmy, who's Ron, your new best friend now? Are you guys going to run off together? Are you going to get him tattooed on your leg? Not jealous or anything. Does that mean I get a burger sponsored by Jimmy now? Forget the burger. You get a whole all-you-can-eat. And all I got was the old gummy crusty ones. I can already see the headline, Ron and Jimmy, from beef to burger friendship. As heartwarming as your friendship is, I think there are more important things right now. Something else for a moment. Has anyone heard of Wolf? Yeah, we've all heard of him. I'm jealous, and I want them to know that. Don't exaggerate. Sounds like we're about to open a food truck together. But let's be honest, I'm still your best friend. I still don't understand what happened yesterday. Niels feared this video, this technician guy, this scary girl. No, you were supposed to say, let's be honest. Indigo, you're still my favorite person in the whole world. Jimmy, you matter more to me than Alex and Robin put together. I mean, not romantically, but as a friend. My head is just mush, like a badly seasoned festival scrambled egg with nightmare topping. I feel the same way, Jimmy. It was all too much and too sick. Did they forget that Jimmy's my best friend? Because I'm getting sick of this. They did this with Gabriella too. And it's really bothering me. What was the whole beginning of the game was Jimmy's your best friend. He can't go 5 minutes without you. He's so sad you're not there. And he's the only person since then who hasn't texted me privately. And it's so weird. And I hate it. We're best friends. Why isn't he being my best friend? Now we just have to find out what's really behind all this. What counts is you're all still alive, and that's the most important thing. What counts is you're all still alive, and that's the most important thing. That was just nice to read. I think that's exactly what we need right now, this little reminder. Yes, despite everything that has happened, we are still standing together, and that's more than I would have thought possible tonight. Okay, wow, that almost gave me goosebumps. Morning, everyone. Thought it was time I got in touch too. Why are you part of our group chat now? Because you added yourself? I was in the kitchen and made myself a coffee 5 times over. If I add everything up, I might have... Wait. Not slept a single damn second. Was tense the whole time. Kept thinking fear was going to pop up again. I had the Z tracking system open all the time, but no movement, no new signals. Remember, Wolf, if you fall over, even the best location system won't help. You really should have closed your eyes, Wolf. We would have understood. Do you think fear has made his final escape? Remember, if you fall over, even the best location system won't help. I just didn't want to risk that psycho suddenly reappearing while you were sleeping, but you have Hans. He could have woken you up. And don't worry, I'm officially drinking the strongest coffee of my life right now. Okay, so you're just gonna give yourself the poops. As long as my hands aren't shaking, I'll stay on the job. I hope Niels wakes up soon and is back to his old self. Damn, people, good news and bad news. The good news, police are on their way. They said they're nearby and about to arrive. The bad? One of them is, well, the one from yesterday. The one you gave a fake number to? Wait, the drunk sack who almost undressed you with his looks, with his eyes? Great, sounds like a maximum professional effort. Let's hope he just does his job today. Yes, let's hope so. I just want someone to finally look at this and take it seriously. At least now you officially have your own reality dating show. Everyone wants Sophie, the festival of emotions. Candidate number 1. Promosist Hubler. Investigation rate 0%. Alcohol level 80%. Pickup lines 110%. But hey, he has a oh my god, Ron! What are you doing? Oh, you're gonna make things so weird. Number 2, Wolf. You almost feel sorry for him, the way he's so obviously still attached to you. And of course me, the underdog with 0 chance. Oh my god, this is so awkward. But a great sense of humor. The only thing missing is Neil staggering out of the tent in slow motion with a bouquet of roses. Well, nothing's gonna stop us now plays in the background. I'm sorry, everyone wants me too. We better not include Robin and Alex in that. Ron, honestly, I know that's your way, and I admit somehow I've learned to appreciate that about you. This is so awkward. This is such a weird thing, an awkward thing to say. I'm having secondhand embarrassment. Yesterday when they were saying this stuff about me with Alex and Robin, I was having firsthand embarrassment. But now I'm having embarrassment for Sophie and for Wolf. Well, don't say that if I don't have a cool answer right now. But this is no time for showmanship or flat jokes. This is no time for any of that. It's so awkward. Like, I feel so embarrassed for Wolf right now. If Sophie doesn't feel embarrassed by it, I feel embarrassed for Wolf, at least. Typical Ron, still responsible for the punchline even at a funeral. Sophie's right, the police are about to arrive, and the matter is still serious. I'm not condoning it, but it was kind of funny, a little bit. No, it was not funny. It was so awkward. It was so uncomfortable. Thank you, that's exactly what I mean. The guy, Police Master Huber, he called me early. Oh, God. The best thing is, from his private cell phone number, said he had overheard what had happened here and wanted to personally take care of the case. Oh, God. As you know, he wrote down my number inconspicuously yesterday. I thought you gave him a fake number. He said he had read the report and then immediately grabbed his colleague to make his way to us. They would probably have had the fallen tree cleared away this morning. And if there's anything, I could always contact him privately. Agreed, Zoph.
Oh God, guys. What was it yesterday? I can hardly remember anything. Just weird fragments. I remember that I was lying somewhere. But it's also so unreal. So completely blurred.
Is that a real human voice? Holy crap, I think that's a real human voice. I think that's the real voice of the guy who plays Niels. That's Amazing. That is finally a real voice. I think Robin's voice might be real too. Did I say this before here? I don't think I did because I use the videos to sync. And I don't think I said it on here, but I think Robin's voice might be real too. And I think Jimmy's might have been in the early one as well. Or maybe it's Jimmy's I think is real. And Robin's is just consistent. I don't know. I can't tell. Okay, anyway. I just want real people voices. I just want real human voices. We have real human faces for most of our people. Also, where is Luca and my mom? It's weird how many tangents we've been on, and none have included my mom or my favorite coworker, supposedly. But supposedly Jimmy's also my best friend, and he doesn't want to talk to me. So I don't know what's going on. You're finally getting in touch, Niels. I'll be right with you. No stress. My head feels like it's about to explode. But otherwise, I'm still alive. But fuck, the memory's just gone. Like erased. No wonder. Who knows what that bastard has put in you. Bastard has put in you. There's a better way to say that, Indigo. You need some peace and quiet now, and maybe someone to explain to you exactly what happened. Niels, even if it's just fragments, maybe there's something in there that will help the police. Maybe there's something in there that will help the police. Okay, wait. Yes? There is something. A picture, very blurry. But I can see it. A man. He leans over me, hands me a bottle of water, says something like, "Everything will be fine," and then blackout. Hey, Niels, honestly, I'm glad you remember, but the main thing is that you're alive. Yes, good to have you back with us, Niels. And even if you don't know much more, don't worry, we'll help you. We put the puzzle together, step by step. Okay, let's go, people. Get out of your sleeping bags, open your eyes, meet me at Sophie's. Maybe the police will bring some order to this chaos. Looks like Maria, Merrick, and the others haven't noticed any of this yet. They're obviously all still asleep. Wait a minute. Back there, I see car lights. Could be the police. Okay, guys, take a deep breath. Let's do this together. Wolf, Indigo, we'll contact you immediately if there's anything new. Orcon. Hey, before the police show up. Here, I wanted to write you a quick note. I overheard a bit of the phone call. Sophie was standing right next to our tent. Maria, Iram, and Marek are still sleeping, but to me, I haven't slept a wink all night. Indigo, I'm really sorry about what happened here. I know you can only see all this from a distance, but that doesn't make it any less violent. Hey, Archon, good to hear from you. I think we're all still trying to realize what actually happened here. I hardly slept either. This feeling of not being able to do anything tears you apart. Now we can only hope that the police will really help this time. Tears you apart. And yet, somehow, you've always kept a cool head. Good God. What's with all the compliments? I want to go back to being a little bit mean to each other. I mean, while everything is going haywire here, you're here, there. Thinking along, staying calm, respect, honestly. But it's pretty funny, isn't it? Last night I was sitting around with Jimmy. We drank 3 beers, talked a bit of nonsense. Are you the one who, walked right up and was like, "Where's the beer?" I think that was you. Campfire, laughter, festival atmosphere. And now, I feel like I'm sitting in a nightmare and the credits just won't roll. I never thought this trip would end like this. I'd been looking forward to it so much. This was more than just a festival for me. Much more. Were you going to propose to someone? It sounds like a weekend had a very special meaning for you. Would you like to tell us why? Tell me, are you a hardcore Sonic Rebels fan like Sophie? Sounds like this weekend had a very special meaning for you. Who were you going to propose to? Iram? Yes, it really did. For me, this wasn't just a bit of music, dancing, and a campfire. That was kind of a break from everyday life, you know? A little time out. I take care of my grandma otherwise. My parents died in a car accident. She's all I have left. Interesting. It's either a very cute, real picture of a real person and his grandma, or AI. I kind of can't tell. And to be honest, with the job and nursing, there's hardly any time for anything else. Why are you telling me all this? Why does everyone suddenly want to be my best friend? I have one of those. His name's Jimmy. He doesn't want to talk to me. I apparently have been too difficult to be friends with for the past 2 months because I've been sad. Free time friends just switch off. It's the exception rather than the rule. Wow, that sounds like a huge responsibility. Props to you for handling it all. That's really tough, and then you end up in a nightmare like this, of all things. Wow, I'm really sorry about that, Orcon. It's really tough, and then you end up in a nightmare like this, of all things. Yeah, as if life wasn't complicated enough anyway, right? Had another conversation with Jimmy about it yesterday when he was on guard duty. He's a really nice guy. Direct, honest, chaotic, but with heart. I like that. That's my guy. Your whole squad, actually. You're a damn strong team. We call ourselves the Scooby Gang. Spread the word. Okay, except for Ron, maybe. He seems like a cosmos of his own. But somehow, he has something too. Ron especially, yes, but at his core, he wants to belong. Thank you. I think it's cool you see it that way. That's right. Jimmy and I have been through thick and thin for as long as I can remember. He's my bestie, so don't you dare move in on him. You can tell, honestly. It's rare to see a connection like you two have. Okay, good. So we are still best friends. But he still hasn't been talking to me. I think if I had someone like Jimmy by my side... Well, never mind now. I'll wake up the others. They have no idea that the police are about to show up here. Thanks again for the short moment. It was good, even if it wasn't the best time at the moment. I really wish this would end soon. This conversation, me too. Just kidding. Just kidding. Thank you too. It was good to talk to you for a moment. Yes, just hope the calm. Let's just hope. Let me try that again. Yes, let's just hope that calm returns soon. Feel free to get in touch whenever you want to talk. We'll talk later. It was good to talk to you for a moment too. Again, at any time, keep your chin up, Indigo. The police will not help you. Okay? Not today, not tomorrow, and certainly not in the game that has long since begun. Can't hide forever, the police will find you. The game has not started, it's over. Game over, asshole. You tried to poison Niels, you'll end up in jail for it. You tried to poison Niels, you'll end up in jail for it. No, appearances are deceptive. If you really think I'm the monster in this game, then I have something to do with what dragged your friend into the abyss yesterday. Then you are wrong. You only see what you want to see, because you won't tell us anything else. Sometimes the true horror is hidden behind a smile. Sometimes it carries a radio or a familiar name. Are you trying to say it's one of my friends? Psychobabble, you're playing with lives and now you're blaming it on others. Cowardly act. If you're not the monster, why have you been manipulating and threatening us all this time? A familiar name? What are you trying to tell us? That one of us is involved? A familiar name. Strange how some things suddenly sound different when you hear them at the right moment, isn't it? Maybe you're right and it's one of your friends. Maybe you just didn't notice it. Sometimes the closest thing to you is the most dangerous. And before you judge me further, understand one thing. I never promised to save you, but I'll say it again. Do not trust anyone. Not the voices that reassure you. Not the looks that give you security. Not the ones next to you, because that's where it's easiest to deceive you. No, I don't want it. Is that Alex hugging Robin? I can't tell. Oh, Ron and Jimmy. Did they really have a hug? That's Ron and Jimmy? It's so hard to see. Okay. Ron and Jimmy. I just saw blonde hair. That's why I thought Robin. And I saw a beard, and that's why I thought Alex. Is that what Ron and Jimmy in the picture? What's that supposed to mean? Does that mean you were with them tonight without anyone noticing? Are you referring to Ron? Is he the monster you've been talking about all this time? Does that mean you were with them tonight without anyone noticing? Was I with them? Maybe. The better question is, would you even notice if I were there? Or would you even hold the door open for me? You think you know them. You think you can sense who you can trust. But feelings lie, memories deceive. Trust no one. Neither the one who is silent nor the one who smiles at you. Because that's exactly who could stab you in the back in the next moment. No. You're just trying to turn us against each other. Tell me one damn reason why I should believe a single word you say. But I'm supposed to trust a psychopath with a doll fetish? I mean, I've done it before. So, sort of. I didn't really trust J.K. Knight, but I did listen to him when he gave me tips. You're just trying to turn us against each other. Incite against each other? Or just show you how fragile your trust really is? I have not invented anything. I have not spread lies. I'm just trying to open your eyes so that you can see what is really happening. You don't have to trust me. I don't expect that at all. I want you to wake up. You just have to understand that the truth does not always come from those who smile kindly. Sometimes it comes from those you fear the most. You're scaring me. Yes, super poetic, but get to the point, Fear. What do you expect from me? Frankly, I'm getting fed up with your endless ramblings. I just want to talk to him. He's like trying to give me answers, and I have to be so combative. I don't like it. Like, maybe he has something to say that I want to hear, and I'm being so combative about it. Do you know what you should be afraid of? Of an unpleasant interrogation with coffee from paper cups. What do you expect from me, I guess? This is the least combative one. To the point. You want simple answers to something that was never simple. But good. If you want clarity, listen carefully now. If you're smart, you'll do exactly what I say. Because there is much more to it than you realize. Much more than your imagination even allows. Stay. On the festival site. Do not take a step outside. Because it's not just about you. Many will die if you turn away now. It's in your hands to save them. I am not in a position to stop it. You must not leave. Not if you want to find the truth. Not if you want to prevent more blood being spilled. What do you mean more blood? Has any blood been spilled technically? And certainly not if the lives of those who are closer to you are important to you than you would like to admit. What? Are more important to you than you'd like to admit. What? I don't know what that sentence is. I get the gist of the sentence, but I don't know what it's actually supposed to say. Not if the lives of those who are closer to you than you would like to admit are important. I guess. I would like to admit that I'm close to all of them. So let's just say not if the lives of those who are close to you are important to you. Okay, whatever. Oh my god, that one was a creepy doll. What is gonna happen to Sophie? No, no, no. No, what does it mean? Is she in danger? No. No, 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 no. Don't hurt my soul. She's my sister. I mean, she's my cousin, but she's my sister. Don't go away now. No, don't go away. Fuck, now Wolf's gonna be all weird about it. Because it's Sophie and it's the only person he cares about in the whole world. She's my fucking cousin / sister, Wolf. It's not like an incest thing. It's just her dad died when she was a kid. She was raised in the Melmoth household with us. Because my family moved back to Bergen from Asheville, North Carolina. This is all Indigo's backstory. Family moved back to Bergen when I was 5. Sophie was 3 because Sophie's dad had just died. Sophie's mom, who's a nurse, had to work really hard. So she moved in with my family, and me and Sophie were raised together until her mom could get back on her feet. So, and that took a while. That was like beginning of high school for Indigo, for me. So we're basically sisters. Sometimes I tell people I have a sister when I don't, because they don't. Otherwise, it's like, well, I don't have a sister, but I have a cousin. That sounds weird. But that's me with Sophie. Damn. Gia wrote to you about another sim. Then he was with the others yesterday after all. Another sim. He completely fooled us and only pretended to withdraw. This guy is even more cunning than I thought. With digital eSIM profiles, you can log on to the network with a different identity within seconds. This makes it almost undetectable. And then when he just threw out, it really took my breath away for a moment. That was a pretty creepy doll. Because of the video of Sophie, I don't get it. Now he's suddenly playing the guardian angel or what? One thing's for sure, Fear definitely wasn't short of things to talk about this time. Well, and every single one of his words was like a stitch. He doesn't just talk, he specifically sets triggers. Like someone who knows exactly where it hurts. This is not babbling. This is manipulation on a damn high level. So let's start at the beginning, shall we? Fear says the police won't help us. I've tried to grasp the idea logically. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Unfortunately, sense. What if he's not just spreading fear, but really knows that something is wrong? That the police don't want to help? I mean, that slurring guy from last night, seriously? Also, we've seen this before. Most of the police were pretty useless in Knoxville with the healing. If this is our salvation, then good night. Huber. I need to remember that his name is Huber. But that's exactly what plays into Fear's hands. Why does he rub our noses in it so gleefully? I keep asking myself how Fear can know all this. He always has information he shouldn't actually have. Yes, he's more likely to arrest Sophie than catch the real culprit. I keep asking myself how he can know all this. Yes, I've asked myself that too. It's as if Fear somehow has an eye on everything. On us, our conversations, our thoughts. But do you know what I don't understand at all? First, he sends us this warning, run while you can. It's like there's more than one person who's playing the part of Fear or something. And suddenly we're not supposed to leave but stay to find the truth. Yeah, you're right. Weird. I ask myself all the time, is he perhaps talking about the axe killer? Axtlatten? What if this is the tip of something much bigger and more dangerous than we think? Well, that's what sure seems to be what Fear thinks it is. I know how crazy that sounds, but Fear talks in riddles, and yet there's always truth behind it. I mean, he gave us the code that caused Niels to get locked in. Like, if he hadn't given us the code, Niels wouldn't have gone into the building, because he wouldn't have had the code to get in. So he's sort of putting us in a dangerous situation and then trying to take credit for getting us out of it, I guess. It's so weird. But Wolf, the axe killer is a myth. You don't seriously believe in this curse, do you? Hello, we went through orphans. We believe in curses, okay? No, that doesn't sound crazy, especially as he has already hinted at the ex-killer. I don't know, it could be just some scaremongering as usual. No, it doesn't sound crazy. You're right, and to be honest, this time it didn't sound like a threat either. It was as if fear was really warning you about something, not as if he had the axe in his hand himself. Maybe he is not directly behind it. Maybe there's someone imitating the axe killer. I mean, you've experienced Ironheart. This whole axe killer hype is spreading like a virus. TikTok, Reddit, creepy videos without end, Tim's videos. You know, I firmly believe that people are willing to do anything for attention. Anything. Which brings us directly to the next point. Ron. I noticed that fear kept hinting, not directly, but it was as if he was pointing at Ron between the lines, again and again. We had this topic yesterday, remember? What if Ron is not who we think he is? What if fear is right and we've been trusting the wrong person all along? That would make sense why we're all of a sudden being like, oh, Ron, you're not so bad. Yeah, Ron, you're not so bad. Yeah, Ron's okay. If we didn't have to keep talking about how not so bad Ron is, then that would make sense. What if it's my mom? What if it's my mom? What if it's Alex's dad? But what if it's my mom, though? What if it's Ingrid, my mom? I mean, he said it's somebody we know and somebody we trust. That doesn't mean it's Ron. I don't know why you think he was pointing at Ron, except that Ron was in that picture. But so was Jimmy. He could be saying it's Jimmy. He could be saying it's anyone. He could be saying it's Sophie. I mean, there's a doll with a poster that said Sophie. Maybe he literally flat out just saying it's Sophie. I don't know, Wolf. That's a harsh reproach. If there really is something to it, then I was completely wrong about him. Honestly, I've had a funny feeling about him for a while now. No, sorry, but I don't believe that. Not Ron. I don't know. It's a harsh reproach. It's a pretty wishful thinking interpretation of what he was saying. Yes, I know. I don't want to believe it either. Ron is loud, exhausting, sometimes completely over the top. But not a psycho, is it? It's not that. It's that you looked into him. You looked at his search history. You looked at all of that. Like, on the other hand, we can't put our feelings above the facts. I don't have feelings for Ron. It would be really convenient. It would be really convenient if fear's trying to tell me that that one of my friends, the people I trust the most, are behind this, then he doesn't mean Ron, because he knows that those aren't the people I trust the most. But also, he was saying something about how he knows I want to save the people I care more about than anything. And he knows I do. Why would I want to save them if one of them is hurting other people? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. On the other hand, we can't put our feelings above the facts. Again, don't have feelings on this point. And the fact is, Ron was at the lake, exactly where Niels was later found, alone. He was an arrogant, annoying self-promoter before. And suddenly he is Mr. Understanding, Mr. Group Cohesion, Mr. I want to belong. Yeah, that's okay. He's kind of had as much of a course correction in his personality as Fear has. As a versatile best buddy, super helpful, reflective, a completely new person, a total change of heart. So fast, almost as if he'd planned it that way. Oh, I thought it was so fast it was almost as if the writing wasn't great. Sorry, authors. Maybe it's intentional. Maybe. It's okay. I do that when I'm writing something too, and I'm like, I wrote something bad and I don't feel like erasing it. So maybe I'll just give it a reason for existing. Like, I don't feel like undoing it. So I'll just call myself out on it. Like, at one point, I decided that Bets's birthday is January 23rd, 1942, Indigo's grandma, and that I was like, oh, Indigo like uses the phone code she uses to lock her phone. It's her grandma's birthday. And then I realized that her grandma's birthday is 012342 and that her phone code that she uses to lock her phone is 012342. So instead of changing Bets's birthday, or instead of changing the phone code, like what she used for her phone code, because I thought it was sweet that she used Bets's birthday to lock her phone, I just had Wolf yell at her about how she has the easiest, pretty much the easiest to guess password in the whole world. And I just had him yell at her in the story for making my mistake. I just called myself out on it. Sometimes you just call yourself out on your own stupidness. Anyway. Okay. The versatile best buddy, super helpful, reflective, completely new person. A total change of heart. So fast, almost as if he had planned it that way. Maybe it's unfair. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. But honestly, the whole thing is kind of strange, isn't it? Okay, you're right. I don't want to imply anything to Ron, but we shouldn't ignore it either. It's true, this sudden change of heart seems quite staged. As in, like, the name of the game. The stage. Sorry, Wolf, but I just don't believe that Ron is playing a game. It is true. This sudden change of heart seems quite staged. That's exactly what I mean. It wasn't just he learned. And now comes the part that concerns me the most. It's this video that suddenly Sophie's name appears there. Damn, maybe I'm just telling myself that. Maybe I'm going crazy. But what if fear really knows about me? Good God. Now this is about you again. Remember your crazy theory that Ron was doing all of this to keep you away from Sophie? Oh. Is this saying if you care more about the lives of those closer to you than you care to admit, why else would he bring Sophie into the game? She's my cousin, Wolf. She's my cousin. Oh my God, these men and their fragile, everything is about me egos. I can't with this. It feels like he knows exactly where my weak point is. Nothing but hurts me more than if something happened to Sophie. That kills me, and now we are here. Ron may not be who he claims to be. The police are a joke, and fear is directing a perfectly planned play. She's my cousin. You did this with Gabriella, too. You're like, Gabriella is my ex-girlfriend of 2 years. I mean, it wasn't me, it was Ulrich, but you did this to Ulrich, too. And Ulrich's like, but she was my best friend, Wolf. Police are a joke, and fear is directing a perfectly planned play. And then he comes up with this vague warning, some disaster is imminent, and supposedly it's up to us to prevent it. Yeah, almost like that vague warning that you experienced in Orphans about Belial, the world-eating demon. It's not like you haven't seen things like this before, Wolf. I really wish my gut feeling was wrong this time, Indigo, but if not, since this is far from over. I think it's far from over, but I don't think it's Ron. I want it to be Ron, but I don't think it's Ron. I'm hoping it's just one of the others. I'm also suspecting fear might be one of the others. I don't know which one. Maybe Maria. Now let's wait and see what the police say. Maybe they'll finally take the whole thing seriously. As much as I hate to say it, I think that was just the beginning. Yes, maybe, but maybe we're just getting too carried away. When they're all safely at home, fear is powerless. Then there's nothing he can do. I hope you're right, really. But I can't imagine that it's that easy. Not with someone like Fear. I know, but I'm still hoping they'll get out of there. Do you know what scares me the most? Fear slowly begins to drop his mask. He wants to show himself, but something is still holding him back. And maybe Ron is one of those who don't have to wear a mask at all, because they've never had one on. But that is and remains just a guess for now. Perhaps not a word of what Fear has written to you is correct. Maybe it's just the next mindfuck, and we've seen where that got Niels. Therefore, not a word to the others, not yet. Okay, we won't say anything for now. Observe, wait and see, and then we'll see. Sorry, Wolf, but we've been silent before and it almost cost Niels his life. But if Ron is really playing the wrong game, he could be dangerous. We've been silent before and it almost cost Niels his life. Okay, but please leave that to me. I will tell them, I promise. Just let me wait for the right moment. And as for Ron, we'll be keeping a very close eye on him from now on. If there really is something wrong, sooner or later he will give himself away. Oh, it's Robin. Is he talking to me or is he talking in the group chat? I can't take it any longer. This stupid talk at this time of night. You know me, I need coffee. What? You know me, I need coffee, silence, and at most... Oh, okay, I get it. And at most a friendly good morning in the morning from a very, very far away. But this disgusting cop is unbearable. Sophie really deserves an Oscar, the way she's dealing with it. I would have freaked out long ago. Well, good morning, Robin. Is the other one just as terrible? I can imagine and it makes me want to vomit. That bad? That bad? Is he still drunk? Probably even worse than you imagine. How can someone like that even do this job? A lot of people must have already complained about this. But why should I get unnecessarily upset? The main thing is that they do something right away once they know the whole story. If they have heard everything, they have no other choice. I think they continue to do what they do best. Nothing. Do you really believe that? Hope dies last, doesn't it? But yes, now they're finally listening and can see the situation for themselves. And make sure you realize that we didn't make the story up. Nobody can just come up with such sick shit. You have to do something. Let's wait and see. I hope you're right. Then let's trust our legal system. Because Robin says we should. So we will. When you put it like that, my hope fades a little. Sorry. By the way, I'm so not in the mood to tidy everything up right now. I just want to get away. Maybe I should suggest that we leave everything here. Hopefully the few hours of sleep were enough for Jimmy to get us home safely. I would fall asleep at the wheel. I didn't even think of that. Actually, none of you should be driving anymore. Maybe you should all have a quick listen before you go home? You know Jimmy, he doesn't need much sleep, that fits. A quick listen. You know Jimmy, he doesn't need much sleep, that fits. That's right, although that is of course a different matter than the night of drinking. But one of us would be fit enough, and we can take turns regularly. Or just get away from the campsite and stop somewhere, and sleep in the van for a little bit. Or we can take a break in between. Yeah, exactly that one. Best of all, at the gas station, and then the gas station attendant says, "Come in, I've been expecting you." Great idea. Maybe there's a motel called Bates somewhere, so that Fear has you all in one place. Gas station attendant. Let him come. One spinner more or less doesn't make a difference. One spinner more or less doesn't make the difference. Dude, this guy is really overdoing it. He constantly leans over to Sophie and touches her, inconspicuously. He can only do this because his colleague is standing a little to one side with the others. He doesn't notice anything. Ron is about to burst. I think he's going to punch him any second. He deserves it. Maybe I should just sit here and let it happen. But then again, we already have enough trouble on our hands. I'll go over quickly and try to prevent worse things from happening. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate that. Keep my cousin safe. Good morning, Indigo. Hi, buddy. Hi, Hans. I know, the timing is not ideal. Fear causes stress. People disappear, panic, chaos, end of the world, etc. But I have to talk to you. It's important. It's about you. Do you remember me? All right, go ahead, Hans, but keep it short, really short. Are you talking about the robot woman from your memory? Hans, I understand that it's important to you, but there's just no time right now. I really don't. Robot woman? They said they'll be in contact with me if anything changes. Yes, exactly. You! I haven't slept all night. So I don't sleep anyway. I'm an AI, but my internal memory processor was running hot. I've tried to reconstruct any residual memories of this mysterious robot girl. At the beginning, only this came out. That's Julia. That's her. Okay, admittedly, that's still very... I think that's a good first step. Better than nothing at all. Hey, it looks like you're finally remembering. That's really cool. Good first step. Better than nothing. Okay, I'm really happy about that, Indigo. I mean, sure, it's still far from a perfect portrait. The first sketch looked more like a mixture of a toaster and a Pokemon with the hair loss. But then I got stuck in CPU at the limit, RAM over the limit, fan screeching, and it was worth it. Indigo, I drew you. That's not me. I love that face. Why do you keep saying that's me? That's not me. That's it. The woman from my dreams. Oh, is that supposed to say her? I think it's supposed to say her. I think someone translated the German wrong. I swear to you, it's real. I can feel it in every line. Wow, the drawing's really impressive, Hans. If you're so convinced and keep at it, maybe you're closer than you think. Not bad, Hans. Do you have any other memories? Yes. So single pictures. Sounds. Something with light. A laugh, perhaps? Sometimes it comes for a moment, then it's gone again. Like a bad WLAN reception in my own head. WLAN. WLAN? I don't... WLAN? How do you say that? How do people say WLAN? Do they say LAN? But you know what, Indigo? I'm not giving up. I will find them. Whether it has been deleted, slipped into the quarantine folder, or nested in a smart fridge. Even if I have to scrape them bite by bite from a forgotten USB stick. I will you find. Also known as I will find her. And now comes my question. Would you help me with this, Indigo? Hans, lie detector 2.0 has detected 99% one. Not the truth. Okay. He just told me a lie. I know, my memories have to come back naturally. Yeah, I got it, blah, blah, blah. Memory structure and neural AI stuff. But you could give me tiny hints. Just so I know if I'm on the right track. Wolf wants me to officially tell you that you should definitely help me. Ganz bestimmt. Yes, really. He said you're my last hope. This must be an error, a bug, a software sabotage attempt, a wolf plot. I mean, I'm lying in style at best, and with a heart. I just want a little hint from you. But that's all okay. Just a little beep if I'm right. Okay? Okay, Hans, you've got me. I'll help you a little. Hans, I have other problems at the moment. You're looking for a robot girl while people are disappearing outside. I don't know, Hans, but maybe only when there's air, okay? I'll give you a little hint. Just a teeny tiny little baby hint. Just because Wolf said we'll talk about it in the morning. Even just a little bit is more than I even dared to dream of. I am completely out of my mind. So, figuratively speaking, I don't live in a house. Not yet, but who knows? Maybe one day we'll share a common WLAN. Never mind, focus. I'm giving it my all now. I'm diving deeper, digging further, sifting through every bit, every scrap of memory, every lost file. I'll get back to you as soon as I have something. And until then, thank you, Indigo. Oh, there he is. Good morning, sunshine. Hi, Luca. Are you the one I'm not supposed to trust? I hope I'm not taking you out of your dreams with my message. Especially not if they were as, let's say, special as mine. It was even more intense than I expected after our conversation yesterday. So intense. Will you finally tell me what's going on in your head? Luca, sorry, but I don't feel like it right now. Please don't be angry with me. Sometimes fantasies are better than reality. Will you finally tell me what's going on in your head? I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know if I am either. I think I might have told Alex we're back together. I told him I chose him over Robin, but I didn't say we're back together. Oh no. And whether you'll ever be able to enter our office again without turning red. I'll probably have a really hard time later. I hope I can concentrate on my work somehow. Should I have a guilty conscience now? Don't keep me in suspense any longer. If I'm already throwing you off in your imagination like this, should I have a guilty conscience now? Because you drive me totally crazy, not letting me sleep at night, and I probably only live in my fantasy world at the office. There are worse things. But it's a bit mean what you've done to me. I can really only think of you. If you were in the office today, I probably couldn't look at you for a second without thinking about all that last night and being completely thrown off track. Yeah, I was a little wound up from the Robin thing. And then before that, Alex talking about the Mesh concert. Yeah, I was a bit of a tease. Luca, if you carry on like this, I'll actually be standing in your office. You out of concept. I'd love to see that. Out of concept. You're driving me crazy. Please save me and tell me now. I'd love to see that. It's clear that you would like that. But if you dare, come here and find out. Petra's not here today, so we would be alone in the IT office. We're not in IT, we are in publishing. Don't tempt me. I want to know what's going on in your head first. You'd probably like that, but I won't make it that easy for you. I want to know what's going on in your head first. Okay, fair enough. Maybe you're into something completely different. We should clarify that first. I hope you're still in bed right now. Could be handy. Okay. Tim, I swear to God. Because now we come to my dream from last night. You had one of your client meetings where you dressed differently than usual. You wore that black trouser suit and the white blouse with the frilled collar. You pay a lot of attention to my clothes, Luca. Your charisma is completely different. You were then in your business mode, even more charismatic than usual, a little intimidating, and damn sexy. Seriously, I always thought I looked like some kind of business bitch, but you've always covered that up well so far. Oh yeah, then I should probably wear that more often. I always thought that. Business bitch or not, I'm blown away every time. Anyway. You'll be in the office longer that day to follow up on everything, and I'm often here at later times anyway to check the servers, etc. And in the late afternoon, I urgently need your help. I have to move boxes into the server room again, and could really use your sense of order. So we squeeze into the old elevator with boxes. Oh no. We're standing so close to each other that our arms are touching, and I can smell your seductive perfume. I wonder if this situation drives you as crazy as it does me. Or if I'm just imagining the crackling sound. The crackling sound. What does that mean? But before I can think about it any longer, the elevator stops with a bang and the door opens with a jolt. So no elevator scene, too bad. So you can build up suspense. Had expected that we wouldn't get out of the old thing for a while. No elevator scene, too bad. So that would be your fantasy? Interesting. I'll remind you of that next time we're in the elevator together. Oh, Luca, you're so bad. You're so bad. In my imagination, however, we've just arrived in the server room instead. Isn't that where Hans lives? Technically, I don't know. You want to lift one of the boxes onto the shelf above you, but it slips out of your hand, and you just manage to grab it before it falls on your head. I'm there immediately. My upper body is pressed tightly against your back, and my heart stops for a moment. My strong arms frame you protectively and hold the box with ease. You can feel my heartbeat and my muscular upper body, okay? Both freeze for a moment. You feel it too. But I don't let on. Push the box onto the shelf and turn around. The action has messed up your hair, and I draw your attention to it. You can't interpret my look. Do I think you're super sexy, or am I making fun of you? You're frantically trying to fix your hair, and the situation makes you uncomfortable. You turn away from me and are about to leave. You type fast, Luca. But I hold onto your arm at the last second, lightly but firmly, and gently pull you back to me. I'm even closer to you now than I was in the elevator. I can practically feel your heartbeat, and my own heart is about to jump out of my chest. My face is only a few centimeters away from yours. My left hand is still holding your arm. With my right hand, I gently brush a strand of hair from your beautiful face and tuck it behind your ear. I look deep into your eyes and let my gaze slide slowly to your lips. I lift your chin slightly with my finger and kiss you, only very slowly, with a deep desire. You had a very romantic sex dream about me. My hand surrounds your head. I pull you closer and closer to me. With my other hand, I slowly stroke down your arm before pausing at your hip and pulling you even closer to me. Our kisses become more passionate, wilder. I press you against the wall. Jesus. Your hand seeks support on my stomach before slowly moving up my torso. You feel my chest muscles, and we lose each other completely for a moment. I slowly brush your blazer off your shoulders as I kiss down your neck. You tilt your head to the side so that I have more space. You moan with lust, and we both know that we can no longer hold back our desire. I can feel it very clearly. Okay, I think that's a bit too hot for me right now. Hopefully your dream doesn't end there, right? Believe me, I can feel it up to here. So what happens next? Hopefully it doesn't end there, right? No, this is just the beginning. But unlike you, I can't spend the day in bed today. I have to get to the office slowly. So maybe you'll be interested in part 2 later. You a little tease. Oh, God, you're good at this. I won't say no to that. You're really leaving me hanging here now? You know exactly what you're doing here. You know what you're doing. Don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Anyway, have fun with your fantasies. For my part, I'll try to keep a cool head afterwards in case I have to go to the server room. Looking forward to later, Indigo. Hi guys, we're done at the police. Jimmy, why are you talking to us in the group and not to me personally? They have now recorded everything. It was quite a procedure, but at least Niels's file is in progress for now. I really don't know what to make of the whole thing right now. Apparently, they had already meticulously scrutinized the backstage area earlier, but the result was sobering. 0. No trace of gas, no residue, no particles in the air. The area is supposedly chemically inconspicuous. But people don't just fall over, shake all over, and remember nothing because the air is unremarkable. He said somebody gave him a bottle of water. They'll probably think it's that. Excuse me, nothing at all, but Niels was in a really bad way. He was high because Alex had to go and tell him about him being high. And how did they explain the dolls, the animal skulls, that horrible music that was suddenly playing? They said it was all part of a creepy decoration concept. An immersive special for the backstage and VIP area. According to the organizer, this is how it should be. Dolls, animal skulls, this completely dysfunctional music. I'm going to give Jimmy like a slight accent because I need to distinguish him from Alex and everyone else that I'm giving no accent to. But I'll forget about it later, so. Atmosphere. But now comes the best part. Exactly the same game with the ampoules. First, quick test. Negative. Nothing toxic. Nothing radioactive. Not even caffeine. Exactly the same game. second policeman. Damani or something like that. He looks like he has a clue. He also had one of those special measuring things at the start. What? So you gave them, because you guys still had the ampules. So you showed them that, and one of them was just water? Arrived directly with his high-tech suitcase and scanned the ampules like on CSI. To be on the safe side, have the whole thing checked again in the lab. Alex. And then, of course, the chief inspector with the Tinder aura came into play again. Our friend. He had a look at Niels and then made this comment. Honestly, he doesn't look poisoned to me. Was he sober this time at least? Rather like someone got wasted yesterday with a joint and a bottle of schnapps by the lake. Seriously? This guy's gonna comment on people being drunk? Niels was on vacation. He was done driving. Can't say the same. For you, officer, you were working. Are you serious? What? He really said that? Honestly, the more I hear, the more this feels like a cover-up. He really said that? I swear. And then he went one better. And as for this fear box, are you sure your friend wasn't messing with you? I can't believe it. As if this is all some big festival prank. And then he really got going. Suddenly started talking about you, Indigo. How does he know about me? What did he say about me? To be honest, I was afraid of it. About me? How does he know about me? He said it was noticeable that you were constantly communicating with all of us. That you always know immediately what to do. And above all, that you're the only one who has contact with the alleged psychopath. He then actually asked how well we know you. And you told him I'm your best friend, right? And whether we ever thought about whether you staged the whole thing. What the? They really think I'm in on this? Oh no, you got us. Me, aka Fear, live live from the dark basement. They're completely out of their minds. You got us, me. Don't make jokes about it. The guy was really convinced. That greasy fat bastard said he would contact you personally later. Great. But you told him I'm your cousin, right? You told him that I'm practically your sister, and Jimmy, you vouched for me as your best friend in the whole world. There you go. Let him do it. I'm waiting. Great. Now I get to listen to this more in person. He'd better take care of Fear and not get on my nerves. There you go. Let him do it. I'm waiting. Don't let this provoke you. Really now. He wants you to snap. He's going for it. Believe me. We stick together. Period. At least Ron was able to give us a little encouragement. Keyword, Ron versus humor. Ron tell. Okay. So the guy's standing too close to Sophie again, talking in that I'm the cool cop tone of voice, and saying, I could imagine that we could meet privately for a coffee sometime. I briefly considered whether to react with humor or directly with my fist. I opted for the charming variant. Charming is good. Sorry, but the drool dripping from the corner of your mouth makes it hard to take you seriously. Okay. And then he adds dryly, does that often happen when you hit on women? Oh, that's what he says. That's what Ron said. Okay. Does that often happen when you hit on women who could easily be your daughter? He really said it, and very clearly. Okay, wow. Ron, okay, that was brave and maybe a little stupid. So what was his reaction? Drool dripping from the corner of your mouth? What was his reaction? Well, let's put it this way. I'm in handcuffs right now. His face briefly looked as if someone had served him his coffee and cup rectally. He was still trying to keep his composure with a twitch in his left eye. Well, now my file probably says insulting a civil servant with emotional undertone. And he also said something about a hefty fine. Oh no, what'd she say? But sorry, I won't let anyone talk to you like that, especially not with Sophie. Thanks, Ron. I didn't see what she said. I'm gonna have to watch that after this. Heart scene, screenshot taken, printed out, framed, hung on the wall. Too late, Sophie. So folks, here I am again. Finally got my cell phone back. This cop had really cashed it in to check my last messages. No joke. Are they even allowed to do that? Well, it's probably good that they did, Niels, because that's how you contacted me and showed all the evidence of what happened. So, in this particular case, that sounds like them doing their job, actually. Of course they can do that. It's probably the secret paragraph in the secret paragraph section. Is that section? Is that what that sign means? 0815. Or statute? I don't think that's statute, is it? They're not allowed to, but then they saw what was going on with you, didn't they? I think they're only allowed to do that if there's concrete suspicion of a criminal offense. They're not allowed to, but then they saw what was going on with you, didn't they? You've seen it, of course, but they just said it doesn't prove anything. After all, you can write a lot, especially among friends. I could have puked. Anyway, they said they were going down to the lake again. And then came the kicker. One of them said, seriously, if we find empty beer and schnapps bottles there, we'll know what's going on. It's a festival. You're gonna find empty. Until then, we should stay here and wait for them. The question now is what happens next? Alex, I don't know about you, but I need coffee first. I join in. No clear thought without caffeine. And then it's probably a case of wait until the two specialists in uniform are back from the lake. Maybe you'll find a clue that leads to the culprit after all. Jimmy, come on, you don't believe that yourself. But until then, we can pack our things up, Mom, so that we are at least ready to go. Sounds like a plan. Coffee, suitcase, bye-bye spring breakout. Bye. Hi, Mommy. Good morning, darling. We have a huge problem. Good morning, Mom. What have you done now? Let me guess. Dad got rid of Rainier and the tea at the same time? Phew, Mom. Really bad timing. Let me guess. Dad got rid of Rainier and the tea? No, it's even worse. I just woke up. Thought I'd bring your dad some breakfast in bed. A little love, a little scrambled eggs, and even with his favorite yogurt. You know me. What do I see when I open the bedroom door? Your father is lying in bed, laptop on his stomach, headphones in his ear and grinning. I asked, what are you watching? And he said very proudly, a really interesting documentary about the plant from which your feel-good tea is made. I was like, oh, yeah, I wish you were watching porn. Why can't you be watching porn like a normal husband? Sorry. Wait, what? Dad watches cannabis documentaries? Mom, Dad's probably just worried about you. I hardly dare to ask, but what was so interesting? Yes, I was wondering the same thing. So I thought that was something scientific coming up. You know, with diagrams or something. But no. He looks at me as if he has found the Holy Grail and says with complete conviction, this stuff really helps against muscle pain. It is probably the solution for his sore shoulder. Remember when he twisted his ankle last week? As an accountant? And now, hold on tight, darling. He now wants to drink a cup of this tea every morning. Well, just don't go wandering around in any woods after you drink it. Yesterday he was completely beside himself, and today he's suddenly a cannabis fanboy. Dad discovers the world of alternative medicine. Excuse me, Dad wants a cup of every morning now? He just wants to support you, Mom. Yes, I could go crazy. Yesterday he was totally mad at me for buying it in the first place. And now he wants to take out a subscription. And silly me didn't throw away the tea yesterday. And as if that wasn't bad enough. Then he suddenly showed me his phone. And there was this image. Spring is here. Discover the garden world. Dutch kitchen herbs, assorted types. The plant center. Dutch kitchen herbs. Assorted types. Okay, wait. I looked this up after I played this game. 420 per unit. That's funny. I think it's illegal to sell tea. It is illegal in Germany. I've looked this up because of this game. I thought I wasn't seeing right. He has already opened the store locator. And I'm like, are you going to put that plant in your bedroom or what? He just grins and says, imagine. It even helps with my snoring. Then you'll finally get some real beauty sleep again. What's this supposed to mean? Mom, seriously, the ad is not real. They do not sell hemp plants. Honestly, Mom, as crazy as it sounds, Dad might even be right. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Not that you might finally get some real beauty sleep again. That makes it sound like you're not beautiful. And Mom, you're very beautiful. That's not funny. What if he gets addicted to the stuff after a week? I once read that you get withdrawal symptoms when you stop. Just imagine, Dad will get delusions. Stands at the window at 6 a.m, bathrobe and cup in hand. Stares longingly into the garden and whispers, is there anything left? And if I say no, he starts shaking and talks to Rainier about supply bottlenecks in the herb industry. Sounds like my dad. That sounds like my dad. Supply bottlenecks in the herb industry. Oh, as long as he doesn't start a bowling club with Rainier, it's all good. Mom, please, we're talking about tea here. Tea. Calm down, Mom. We're talking about an organic tea from the health food store. We're talking about tea. And I'm sitting next to it, completely overwhelmed, with an empty tea tin in my hand and panic in my eyes. I'm telling you, it's all going to end horribly. And who is to blame? Me. I don't even want to imagine it. Now I look like the drug dealer every morning. Breakfast, darling? Here's your hemp. Mom, you're not dealing it because he's not paying you for it. Mom, if you're so panicky, just mix fennel in it. If Dad's in a good mood and doesn't snore, it's not your fault. You're a heroine. Not again. This is legal organic tea and not stuff from a secret back room. Is it legal? Yes, I know. Legal, organic, completely harmless. But you saw me yesterday. I was almost talking to the wallpaper. And now your father is fully convinced of the whole thing. He better demand a thermos flask for bowling soon. Ugh.
Well, hello. Can you hear me? Hello? This damn reception is really pissing me off. Hello? Just text that chick already now.
Ugh. I don't know if I'm more disgusted by the fact that he said something like so unprofessional or by the fact that it's another AI voice. For a half second, I was like, maybe it's not AI, but it is. Then I'll throw the tea caddy into the garden pond myself. Oh, your father's calling. Great. At the same time, the police officer was calling me. What are the odds? Then for better or worse, I will have to serve him his magic potion. See you later, my darling. That's what Ulrich's mom called her. My darling. May the tea be with you, Mom. You can do it, Mom, and remember, it's only tea. Give Dad a relaxed greeting. Tell him I love him. What did Mom say? I can't see it. I can't see what Mom said. Haha, I will. Tea is the best proof that the simplest things often bring the greatest joy. It's old but good. Did you rickroll me? He said good morning. I'm going to have to see what he says, but then I'm going to have to end it here. Indigo, correct? Since I could not reach you by phone, I will try it this way. I'm Sergeant Huber. I'm sure you've heard of me. If not, let's catch up now. After all, one should get in touch with the main character of a story in person, don't you think? It's very meta of you to say. And we'll see what my options are. I was going to look at what my options are, and then it's going to make me want to keep playing because I don't want to put this down. But once again, it's late and I have grown-up things to do because I am a grown-up and being a grown-up sucks. But what you're going to do? Hey, we got a name for this police officer. I have so many characters in my story who don't have names. Some people I just gave up and gave them names anyway. Like my mom, Ingrid. Anyway, so this was a long part. It was a good part. It was a fun part. Ugh, so much shit happened. I don't even know how to sum it all up. A lot of stuff happened in this part. Because this is the part we started with fear. With that dream that I had about fear, right? Yeah, so, and then we had the talk with Alex. And then we had the flirtation with Luca, and we finally heard from Mom again. And this guy's back in our lives. Yeah, I think we are off and running. So there's a lot to find out, and hopefully there are many parts still to go before the end of episode 2. But we'll see. All right. That was my wrap up. I hope it was everything you wanted it to be and more. I think that's it. Tschüss.